So, rough day. Got my toolboxes the other day. I got one more side one coming. I started putting some tools, but nothing crazy. I had a friend come. I gotta put that toolbox right there, on top of the two of them over there. But I decided to build shelving all the way around the shop. That's all I was willing to spend. Believe it or not, I did really good on this. This was like an all day fucking affair. It was, I had a friend come, but he had limited time, so we put a few bolts in, screws in to hold it up, and then I had to keep going back and forth and tweaking and unscrewing and, doing what I can as I went. And then I got to put all these cabinets probably on this side, mostly on this side. We're going to relocate that cabinet, relocate the pegboard. I still got a lot of shit, that I got to clean up, and some things undoubtedly got to throw out, but I needed the storage space. Not quite sure what I'll put up there, but like this heater doesn't need to be down here all year. And it's big. Of course, now it's filled with diesel, so that's going to be fun. But I could put that up there, things like that, that ultimately wouldn't weigh that much, but are big, and you wouldn't want it to fall on you, so you don't want to build it cheap. But it came out pretty good, I think, because the 2x4s were cheaper than, I've done these things with 2x3s. I built this whole thing here like close to 20 years ago, and it's sturdy as anything, and I use a nail gun to put it together, wish I had my nail gun. Everything would have went a lot quicker today. But I use decking screws, and this thing very, very sturdy. I've always done 2x3s, and they're lightweight, and they feel very strong. Of course, 2x4s are even better, but it wears you out. So I put extra supports wherever I could, and I had to cheat over there because of the garage door. And over here, I put an extra one in the back there. It's hard to do by yourself. It really is, but it's as square as it's gonna get. Sometimes it doesn't need to be so. It just gotta hold it up a little extra because there's no beam right there. So I decided to put the hanger right there. There's no beam at the end of that one either. But I think collectively, it's all It's stronger. Maybe I'll add another one day. I'm out of wood though. I planned it just enough, and I decided to double it up over here and over here in the middle. And what was I getting at? I'm tired. Yeah, so like if you have like this grill is going on the car, but like bigger things I can put up there that I would have access to instead of burying them upstairs where they pretty much go to die. Or maybe I can start bringing down things that I'd rather have at eye level, Like I got a bumper for my truck I've had up there for 5 years. Just never did it. And, a few other things as well. I'll see. But that's a good, 2 foot by 2 foot space, It's actually like 27 inches or so I made it. And I have plenty to open the new toolboxes. And I could put one of the cabinets over there, even above that thing. That's my little transmission rebuilding table. And yeah, I'm beat. This thing here has gotta go. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet, because I made this thing with these guy wires to use the hook up there, and that thing goes on the side. But I really want to put that above there somewhere, or just hang it from the ceiling, because I just feel like no matter what, if I hang it from the ceiling, I could lift up an engine, and I can also just stretch it all the way and pull a car in that's dead, because that's always been a problem, pushing a car in. I gotta wait until, I could flag somebody down, and not everybody wants to do that shit, so. But I gotta get new lights, new bulbs. Among other things, I gotta probably relocate some of the lights in a better place, maybe on the underside of some of them. So far, so good though. Like I said, I'll have the cabinets on that side and sprinkled a couple of probably around here. And then, yeah, I can actually start putting things, up there. Like the gas cans and the oil bins, they're light enough that I can grab them. If they fall, they're not gonna hurt me. You know, um, Instead of using up this heavy-duty shelf that can hold a lot of weight, I'd rather just use that. In fact, I have an engine in one of my cars. I made a quick YouTube video about it, but I could put that on the shelf here as opposed to putting it on a stand. That's how small it is. Different things I can put. Not that I'm going to put a transmission that high, but the engine hoist I can put it so far. But I'm happy for this extra space, and it's just more heavy duty. And as far as Home Depot is concerned, by the way, like I said, the 2x4s were actually cheaper by $1, I think, than the 2x3s. But the plywood is ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous now. But if you see this right here, this is when I couldn't afford it. This was cheap back then. This is a 2x6, but this is 2332s. So it's basically 3/4. That's what replaced 3/4. Now, what they had for sale is OSB. The cheapest OSB is 7/16 board. It was $47 a board. This is T111. This is what I decided because I'm familiar with it. So they make. I have on my shed. I have 1/2-inch T111. Okay, T111 is basically you could paint this. This just goes like on a shed or on your house. If you want to paint it directly, you caulk the lines. So, but this is 32s. So it's basically 3/4. It's thicker, and it was like $28 a sheet. And they got 2 sheets, as opposed to paying $48 a sheet. So that was definitely worth it, I think. Because it's basically the same thing. It's fucking plywood. So ultimately. Cheap is good, but this is even thicker. So, other than it being thinner and, in the grooves, you're not talking about a big deal here. But this hopefully should serve me well. But I spent like $204 plus tax on that. It's really not that bad considering what the prices are, because I was putting some things in the cart and I'm like $350. Oh my God. So. Yep. So now that I got that going on for me, I'll have some places to put things, and like cases of oil. Even I got 2 cases of oil down there, and they just sit on the floor usually, and then the boxes get wet, and I just have to get a habit of having a ladder ready to go for me. In fact, there might be room for the ladder in between here, even with this other thing that I get, because there's some room there, but. I'll see. It's not a big deal. I can actually leave the ladder. This one will extend, and leave it up, and then just slide it down. As I need it in different places. But I'm dead, and I gotta clean up out here still. It's fucking dark. All right. Thanks for watching. That's my progress. It doesn't look like I did much. I actually got this pressure washer running. So I'm going to order a couple of things for it. I know it will run. And I cleaned out the gas tank. And, of course, I cleaned it out after I cleaned it out with brake cleaner. And the straw fell in here. So it doesn't want to come out. So I gave up on that. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow. But, I hear it in there. But there's like these 3 baffles or something. And it's like you can't even, in daylight I definitely couldn't see it. It still smells like contaminated gas, and I had fucking fuel injection cleaner, I had sea foam in there, had a bunch of shit. You can hear it, but it's so funny once it goes in between those 3 things. Like I haven't even been able to see it or to figure out which one it's at. That's kind of shitty. Oh well. Well, I'm sure I'll get that running. And then, you know, maybe I can hold on to the engines a little bit longer. There's no bites right now. I put them on Facebook. But, let's see. I'll figure out something with the organization process here. Because like I said, I got to use that space now up there. And there's plenty of stuff I don't use that can go up there. You know, I just got to think about it. Like I said, the heaters come first. I got 2 propane heaters. I put those for sale. But that stuff can go up there. You know, there's a bunch of stuff I really don't need to have down here. So I think that's a good thing. It'll alleviate some of the problems. And question is just I got a lot of crap, and it's just like I parted with a lot of it. But right here, I haven't even done anything on this side. And you know, I gotta give up on a lot of this stuff. You know, I gotta do better things. I got more important things to do, undoubtedly, and I can make use of my time better than just looking for tools. So, yeah, like all this stuff in here, if I want to keep it, radiators, you know, stuff that you wouldn't want to put upstairs because it may get trampled on or raccoons may get it. There's definitely certain things you could put up there. You could put things in a crate and then put them up there so that you can go through them as long as they're not too small. That's the problem. You put things, there's a lot of small things in mechanics hold, and then it's like, you put it in a crate, it falls out of the crate. If you put it in a cardboard box, the cardboard box disintegrates. I pick up a cardboard box and it rips apart. You know, it's Chinese cardboard. After a few months or a year or 2 years, it just falls to pieces. You know, I used to flood in here until I dug a little ditch, and I have to, you know, fill it in every so often outside. But it pretty much, you know, if it got wet in here, all the cardboard would be no good. It's just not easy, you know. I want to clean these floors too. That's why I got the pressure washer, but I got to get everything off this floor. Everything's got to have a place. That's what I'm going to be working on in the next few days. I have work on Wednesday on a movie, so I got to do that. And back to it on tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to put one part in the Taurus. I got to put it back in my. I had to put it back in my house. And EGR solenoid. I bought the wrong one accidentally. I put it for the dual overhead cam instead of the regular cam, you know, regular engine, and shit happens. And so I ordered it through AutoZone. And then the alternator light came on today on my car. And then it came off, and then I floored it. It came back on. I floored it again. It came back off. It was very inconsistent. So that goes to tell me that, you know, the brushes are like almost gone. So hopefully I can make it to the city and back with it, which I think I can. Usually you have a little time, but it's not much time. So I will see about that. I got an alternator coming for that. And I guess I'll YouTube that as well. And that's about it. Got some stuff to do. Oh yeah, I got rims. Somebody's rims that I'm holding on to. Don't ask me why. But those rims I could put up there, you know, different things you could put up there. As long as they're not going to, you know, knock you out, fall down, hit you in the head, you know, it definitely can make use of that, because there's a lot of big things and you end up not putting them in a good place. Or you just put them on your feet and then you're tripping on them. All right. So thanks for watching. I'll have more updates. You know, it doesn't, nothing really looks like I got done here, but I did get my toolboxes in. That was a lot of fun, and building this whole thing today. All right, thanks for watching.